game tonight has been postponed. You are all safe. And take your time in leaving the arena tonight and do so in an orderly fashion. Thank you for coming out tonight. We are all safe. And you can visit OKCThunder.com for updates on upcoming games.
A developing story here on CBS Sports HQ. The Jazz Thunder game has been postponed to a later date. Not entirely connected to whether or not it connects to Rudy Gobert, out because of an illness. What we do know is the game has been postponed. Fans have left the arena, and now we're all trying to figure out the reason why, in fact, this game has been postponed. But again, the Jazz and Thunder was scheduled to tip off 8:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time, did not tip off. There was a lengthy delay. Again, part of this story involves Rudy Gobert out due to an illness. And we should mention the fact that on Monday, Rudy Gobert was joking around about the overreaction to the coronavirus, touched all of the reporters' mics, and then eventually gets sick. Of course, we don't have a confirmation that it is the coronavirus for Rudy Gobert. What we do know is the game has been postponed to a later date, as we welcome in CBS Sports NBA analyst Colin Ward-Henninger. Colin, we heard the PA announcer there saying, okay, everyone's safe. We're postponing the game, but we got no reason. What do you make of all this that's gone down there in OKC?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most confusing things I've ever seen on an NBA court. Obviously, I wasn't at the game, but as soon as I saw the first tweet about trainers and medical staff rushing onto the court to stop the game from being started, they met with referees, and then the referees met with both head coaches. Both teams went to the locker rooms. The Jazz players were waving at fans as they left, as if they knew this game might not continue. And then just a huge delay. They mentioned that the game was waiting confirmation from the league to get started. Several beat reporters tweeted that it was because of some illnesses, including Rudy Gobert's, that they were waiting for the league to confirm it was okay to play this game. So just a huge delay. The Oklahoma City mascot was out at center court launching backwards half-court shots. Frankie J, the halftime performer, came out and performed before the game, before the PA announcer came out and read that announcement saying, "You're all safe, please evacuate." Just very strange, not disclosing any of the reasons why, and you have to think that this has something to do with the coronavirus that is obviously sweeping the country right now, particularly in the sports world.
Are we okay? I mean, to follow up on what Akeem just asked and what you just said, with the NBA putting two guys in front of the mic, one who's kind of pointing and looking pretty frazzled next to the guy making the announcement, as he says, "You're all safe, but get out, and we're not telling you why to get out." I mean, how is this typical? I mean, are we okay with the way the NBA is handling this?
No, we're not. Obviously, you'd like more information. But on the other hand, if it is coronavirus related, you do not want the PA announcer saying, all right, somebody on the Jazz has coronavirus, we all need to leave, because that's the fastest way to cause panic and to get people injured. So I can't say that I have the correct answer. Obviously, some more information would be helpful. But if the NBA deemed that, look, this game just cannot continue, we're not sure why as of yet, or we don't want to reveal why as of yet, we just need to get this stadium evacuated and get everyone home safe. I guess that was the directive given to them. So it's easy for me to say that yes, they should have done it in a better manner. But if this truly is an emergency or a dire situation, obviously they wanted to get that stadium empty as soon as possible.
All right, so you cover this league. What is the process that you expect to be followed going forward based upon your expertise on how they do things? Is it bring the union in, or all sit around the table? Is it a committee of one with the commissioner making a decision? Is it a couple of really influential owners who sort of tell the commissioner what to do? What's the process NBA style?
Yeah, it seems like they're already undergoing that process, and the commissioner has met with the owners already. They met on Wednesday to discuss the next steps. They talked about possibly suspending the season, which was not received well. What sounds more likely is playing the next few weeks at least with an empty stadium, as the Warriors are going to do against the Nets on Thursday. That seemed to be the prevailing sentiment. But as we've seen, things change minute to minute, hour by hour. Things are developing. We don't quite know the extent of this yet. So I think that what the commissioner is trying to do is get the owners involved. He's going to meet with general managers and team presidents, try to get a consensus from everybody before they act. But ultimately, safety is number one. And as you can see, if there's any thought that a player might be infected with this virus, that he's quarantined, that team is quarantined, possibly that building is quarantined, the visiting team. So this that would throw a huge wrench into everything that they've been working towards if a player or a member of the team personnel actually came down with this virus.
Colin, should we expect some sort of statement, or at least Billy Donovan coming out and talking, or Quinn Snyder coming out and talking, so that there can be some clarity to the situation?
I think so. I think there should be, if not them speaking in front of public, at least a team statement or a league statement, some sort of explanation as to what happened. But this is just so indicative of the confusion that we've experienced, particularly on Wednesday, with starting with the Warriors' announcement that they were going to play in front of no fans, and then seeing kind of the ripple effects in the NCAA tournament, all that stuff. Everybody is just kind of wondering what's going on, and nobody really knows the next steps. People are talking about options, but nobody really knows what's going on. So it would definitely be in the NBA's best interest to come out with a detailed statement about exactly what happened, if there were protocols that are supposed to be followed, why weren't they followed, why was it so last minute, what happened in the last minute that had those trainers run out and tell the officials. The more clarity they can provide on this, the better, because right now, fans, obviously in places where they have decided not to evacuate the stadiums and play the games in front of nobody, fans going to those games are going to be extremely concerned, especially when you see something like this on television.
Colin Ward-Henninger reacting to the developing story here. The Jazz and Thunder have postponed their game to a later date. We do know Rudy Gobert out due to an illness, trying to find out, in fact, if it is connected. Colin, thanks for the insight. Appreciate it.